It's okay to be tired. It's absolutely okay to be tired. You have to realize rebuilding your life takes a certain amount of grit, it takes a certain amount of sweat equity, which you have to pay. Because in order for things to change, there needs to be momentum, there needs to be movement. And movement is never found in you staying still or in the case of just being comfortable. So there has to be an element of sweat equity up front. That bill needs to be paid. And this is why people find it extremely difficult to stick with the plan of changing their life, rebuilding their life, or living their life to the full potential that they deep down know how or what they imagine life would be like. Simply because they either misunderstand what it actually takes, the amount of effort, time, energy your dreams take, or they have just realized I'm better off staying in one comfortable position, even though I despise this, because I don't want to do the work. And that's okay. Because when you decide to change, life, I like to define life in seasons. And this is very applicable for somebody who's rebuilding and changing their life, because I'm in this season myself. Your rebuilding season requires you to be responsible. You have to take absolute responsibility and accountability for your life. Otherwise, this would not work. For example, I work a 9 to 5. I'm a business consultant, right? I work with businesses, but when I'm coming home, I've got to work out. Or I'll work out before. I'm tired. I've got to go jiu-jitsu. It's not glamorous. Your dreams, the person you want to be, the life you want to live, will require work. And if you can sign that contract up front, that I'm willing to do whatever it takes to achieve that, life becomes a lot easier. Then you just know I just need to show up every single day. Because one thing that won't ever change your situation that you're currently in is wishing things would be different. You don't wish things would be different. You are dealt the hand that you're dealt. Whether you're £700 overweight, whether you're in £1,000,000 worth of debt, whether you're divorced with 3 kids and you're facing bankruptcy and you've put on £100, who cares? This is the reality. This is the playing field now. What do? You can either think, oh man, I wish it would be different. Or you can actually say, it is what it is. Now, I've just got to show up. You can't wish for an alternative reality. That is the reality. I know that. Because when I was 165 kilos, I wasted a lot of time thinking, oh man, only if I just didn't weigh that much. Only if I hadn't let myself go. Only if I didn't make those decisions. You can't wish change. You generally can't. And it's futile. It's a waste of your time, energy, effort. Like I always say, you've got to assess the situation. When you start building momentum, then you can have the bonus of reflecting. Then you can say, ah man, I should have done this. But until you're at that stage, save yourself the mental anguish and just don't bother with it. This is the reality. Life happens. You're in the season of taking responsibility, building your life. It is what it is. It sounds harsh, but I would rather be upfront with you, man, than to lie. Like, and another thing that held me back for a very long time was I was hoping for these grand moments, these whimsical moments of inspiration to turn my life around. That never happens. Don't wish that either. where you truly change your life or where you truly gain momentum, it's on the fringes. So, early morning starts, early workouts, late workouts, day job. Mastering the mundane has to be your default position. You have to make absolute commitment to mastering the fundamentals. If it's weight loss, you need to have your meal prep done. You need to be working out. You need to be focused on your sleep. It doesn't sound glamorous. No one's coming up here and saying, oh, well, you need to do this, you need to do that. No. Think about this. If you can spend time doing stuff that you don't want to do, but you do it anyway because it gets you the result, how much better will you be compared to people who just are waiting for these grand moments of inspiration? Oh, this is what I need. No, you have to be boring. The rebuild phase was boring. It is still boring because I know that because I've lived it and I'm still living it. Dude, if I tell you my day, it's, oh wow, your day is pretty boring, but that's okay. I'll wake up, I'll train, I'll have my meal, go to the office, read, come back, eat, go jiu-jitsu, work on my business, make sure what I'm doing, make content. That's my life. Go to sleep, spend time with family. Literally, that's my life. But you have to understand, in order for me to even be in a position where I lost 100 pounds, I had to master these fundamentals. If you can't do that, it's going to be extremely difficult for you to make any gains or any changes in your life. And that is extremely honest. Yeah. And I think another thing you need to also understand, yes, we want things to be different, yes. And things need to be different if you want the life that you want, right? But also understand, being comfortable or being stagnant is just you, is another form of procrastination. It's you evading the work that needs to be done. It's the classic case of writer's block. There's no such thing as writer's block. You just do and then you find inspiration. Look, comfort isn't inherently bad. But I tell you what, being comfortable does delay the result that you want. And if you can see through that, if you can address that, then I think it puts you in a better stead to make more qualified decisions. I know that from my corporate life. I'm very analytic. As a consultant, you have to be. You understand systems, you understand processes. And what I've experienced in my life is when I have certain systems in place, i.e., I remove the decision-making fatigue. There's a system I've just applied, and this is the process, and that is going to get me closer to the result. It makes life a lot easier. It makes that decision fatigue less. And you're just on autopilot. It may feel a bit robotic and unnatural, but that's what you need. And that's where discipline is implemented. So comfort will steal a lot from you. Comfort will steal your potential. Comfort will steal your money. Comfort will steal your rest, your, peace. Because you know something needs to change, but you're too apprehensive of that change, or what is it actually going to take. Who cares? If you do it anyway, whether it's a long shot, whether you achieve that goal quicker, it doesn't matter. But what matters is you understand what needs to be done. And I hope you found that useful and implement this in your life. The rebuild of 2026 is starting, and I want you to be a part of it. If you found value in this, join me. Join the movement. Let's go.